Hey, what's up, everybody? Ryan Bradley here. I'm just trying to get into the YouTube, talk a little DraftKings, talk a little FanDuel, anything daily fantasy sports. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button for me, it's all I want for Christmas is you hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you like it, and if you really like it, turn on those notifications for me. We're also live on Twitch right now, so we might have some questions filtering in from Twitch. I hope throughout. Give me a follow on Twitch and give me a follow here on Twitter, as you can see on the screen, if you don't mind. RB underscore nation underscore. All right, guys, if we're going to make this channel successful, I'm going to need guests. So please reach out to me, DM me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, do whatever you got to do. I'd love to have you on the show. Talk a slate, talk anything. So, but I do have two guests today because I can't do this show solo, as you guys can tell. All right, Brendan, longtime friend. He's a winning player on DraftKings. We still talk almost every day. Went to high school with him. We played hoops together. In high school, we played AAU ball together. What's up, B?
What's up, Barbs? Yeah, we've stayed in touch over the years through college and shit. Coached our LCJV team. But yeah, man, I'm just ready to talk best NBA slate of the year is coming early. NBA Christmas, and we got some NFL slates too. So let's get into it.
Nobody loses an NBA, right, B?
Huh?
Nobody loses an NBA, right?
Nah, nobody loses an NBA DFS. Come on, it's a print fest.
Yeah, especially on Christmas. Yo, what's up? We got another guest in here. We actually got Steve. Yo, what's up, Steve? He's actually got most of his winnings from FanDuel, though, right, Steve?
Yeah, I play both sites, but I'd say I've made more money on FanDuel.
You think you can give us insight from FanDuel if we need it today, buddy?
Yeah, give you guys a couple sleepers.
All right, thanks. Steve, are you tired of me yet? We roomed together in college, me and Steve. For those of you who don't know, we went to St. Joe's. But you tired of me yet, buddy?
Nah, not yet.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Shout out to Trust and DB in the chat. Thank you, guys. So you guys want to get into the NBA slate first, or what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, let's go NBA.
Go NBA. All right. Well, to start us off, B, tell me a little bit about how NBA started for you.
NBA's been good, man. I binked a late night NBA preseason slate like a week ago, so I don't know how everyone feels about preseason slates in general, but sometimes they're hard, sometimes they're easy, sometimes you get a little bit lucky. So that was great. And the first night of NBA didn't go as planned. I was on the same cash lineup as some guys, some sharps I respect out there, but lineup did
Hey, there you go.
pretty fucking awful. So
Yeah, last
hopefully we can get back on track on Christmas.
right. I had a decent night the first night. Last night was about a break even night for me. How about you, Steve? What's your process and how you been doing so far?
Um, Pretty bad to start the year, not gonna lie, but usually that's how it goes for me. It takes a little while to get going. Start the year just seeing all the new players on their new teams. So for process wise though, on DraftKings I usually play like three lineups, and
Ah,
they're all tourney lineups, and then FanDuel I'll usually probably hand build around the same, like 3 to 5 lineups on there also. So
okay, yeah. Sometimes I'll dabble on FanDuel if I see something I like or getting the single entries over there. But I like to stick to 20 maxes and 3 max single entry. Try to stay as low stakes as I can. How about you, B? What do you do?
Honestly, it depends on much time I have.
Sure, you
Last
got to
night I
be
probably
there.
played like, what'd you say?
You got to be there for lock.
Yeah. If I'm around my computer, I'm probably building like 10 to 15 hand builds on DraftKings tournaments, and then I'll probably play. Probably I'll do half my allocation in cash and half my dollar allocation on fan or in tourneys. So it just really all depends on much time I have. But I'm definitely building a minimum of 3 lineups per night in NBA.
There you go. How do you feel about the Christmas slate? Have you guys looked at it at all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing some plays. Giannis was Giannis and Luca. I mean, Giannis was under owned last night, and Luca was the mega chalk, and Giannis outscored him. And now I think it's going to be switched. And as I'm looking here, I don't know. If Giannis is going to be like 70%, Luca's going to be like 30 or something. I'd rather play Luca, but we'll see. How about you guys? What do you think?
yeah, I was
Steve,
gonna
go
say the
ahead.
same thing. Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Like Luca last night was like not over owned, I would say, but he was really really high owned. Giannis was like under 10, which is crazy.
What
Like any
stance did
slate
you
you
guys
get
take
Giannis
on
under
Luca?
10
Did you
is
guys
good.
play overweight? Or did you guys end up underweight?
I was
I, I
overweight.
I
So
was
was
I
I.
was probably a little on. I was probably a little on. I mean, I saw 70% in some of the things I was in, so I
Wow.
was under 70 probably.
Yeah, I was in on Luca last night. All right, well, so what are you guys thinking about this one? What are you leaning towards? You want to get one of them, right?
Yeah,
I think the question is,
Yeah, I
can we
mean,
get both? I mean,
I don't
yeah. I
know.
think
I mean,
there's some okay value out there, but
yeah,
nothing
I
great.
I think getting both's going to be probably a little bit tough. I mean,
Yeah,
Giannis is up to 10-9 and Luka's 10-7 on DraftKings, so I don't know. They were cheaper last night.
right. All right, so let's talk some point guards. Who you guys eyeing up? Let's start with
Steve,
point guard.
yeah, go ahead.
So for cheap, I
DraftKings.
would
We're talking DraftKings.
DK. All right, hold on. Give me a. All right, now I'm kidding. All right, so for cheap DK, I kind of like Dante DiVincenzo. He's starting this year, rather than last year. Let me check how many minutes he got last night.
Point guard
He
and
shot the
shooting guard
lights out.
eligible. Nice.
Yeah, he shot the lights out last night, but he still got 27 minutes and 4.7 is pretty good. He shot the ball 11 times. I think he's gonna have an increased role, a tad increased role this year. Since they lost, who did they lose? Bledsoe. I guess they replaced him with Drew Holiday, but they wanted to sign
George Hill, right?
Bogdanovich. Yeah, they lost George Hill too, but they wanted to sign Bogdanovich, so I feel like they're gonna kind of use Vincenzo in that role they wanted Bogdanovich in. Um,
Okay.
I also like Eric Bledsoe at point guard. Same thing. He's on a new team, new role. I still think he's a little underpriced at 5.6.
You know what? I
But
love
he played a lot
Bledsoe.
of minutes last night.
I love
Yeah.
Bledsoe. What do you think, B? Talk to me about Bledsoe. Talk to me a little bit about Dante if you have any interest in him. But I like Bledsoe.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bledsoe's kind of a lock. I mean, on on a slate that I'm not seeing too much value that I love. I mean, first of all, I think Bledsoe's a pretty good player. Second of all, he's on New Orleans, new team. They like to get the ball up and down the floor. Even though I've seen that they've been playing slower, but I mean, I think Bledsoe's probably like $1,000 underpriced,
hmm
right?
I mean, 36 minutes last night. He's playing for what? Stan Van, the Minuteman.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think people were thinking he was going to play that many minutes last night. So if that's going to continue and he's only 5'6", yeah, I think he's a good player right now.
Oh yeah, I actually like filling him in my shooting guard spot more than I do my point guard because I like that point guard spot, and shooting guard's usually tough to fill. Just the fact that Bledsoe's available there, I like that. And that one opponent rank, I hope that scares people. I don't care about that.
No, yeah, not this early in the year.
Nah, ever.
Um, yeah, I mean Dante too. I liked him last night. Who knows? Maybe more people will be on him. Did his price go up any at all?
Who we
Steve, what
talking?
was he last night?
Yeah,
Dante.
I think he was
He
like
was
4K yesterday.
Yeah, it was
So he went up
4K
700.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up 700. Yeah, I like Dante. I think that he can get better in that role. And like you said, I mean George Hill's out of there. Bledsoe, who we just talked about, is out of there. Someone else I'm looking at. I'm seeing Dragic and Hero. I don't think Hero shot the ball well last night. Yeah, 13 points, 1 of 5 from three. I just think that he can get hot. Probably his first Christmas big game. So if I don't know, if for example, if Goron's going to be way higher end than Hero and he's only $300 more, I'll take Hero all day in that spot.
Steve, I like Hero as well. But Steve, you got anything on Hero?
Yeah, I like Harrow. I mean, he's definitely good on DraftKings too because you get the 0.5 bonus for threes, and he can get hot at any time.
What about his counter teammate in Goron? I mean, solo point guard eligibility, but probably in play right under him at 5'3".
Yeah, yeah, he's a good play. I think he's coming off the bench, right? I think they're starting
They
Yeah.
started Jimmy
Harrow,
at point guard last
Duncan,
night.
Butler, yeah,
Yeah.
and Harkless at power forward. I think.
Yeah, actually, that's another note to. I think that's an interesting point is that you can play Jimmy Butler at point guard this slate.
Yeah.
I mean, you usually don't see that, do you?
No,
I feel
I
like he's
mean
not
I
a
think
point
I'd
guard
say
eligible
usually.
usually.
not all last year is probably shooting guard, small forward, right?
Right. We got a
Yeah,
question in chat actually from Trust. What are crowns? So crowns are, how would you guys explain them? They're just like rewards, right? If you accumulate them by playing a certain amount of money over time, and then they can become entries. Like this says enter 2,700 crowns, and I could get a $5 entry in for free using my crowns. So they're basically
Yeah.
money, I guess, right?
And they also give you like missions like enter a $5 tourney today,
All
and
right,
you get
buddy.
a
We're not
certain
worried
amount of
about your
crowns.
mission.
Or like, whoa,
All right.
I got a lot of crowns, buddy.
Oh, I know. Did you outcrown me? I'm flexing my crowns right now on screen.
Yeah, I got like 200K.
You
Humble
outcrowned
brag.
me. You've outcrowned me. You outcrowned me, bro. Okay. Last guy before you guys. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to move on, but a guy I want to touch on real quick is where is he priced? 4-2 Jeff Teague against Brooklyn. What do you think?
I mean, I was watching that game last night. He looked good. He only played 25 minutes. I haven't like seen like the rotations at all, but he didn't start, did he?
No, I think he comes off the bench, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I like Teague. Like, we'll get to Maxi Kleber in a little bit at power forward, but like, if Jeff Teague's going to be half the ownership of Kleber, I just think that Teague has way more upside.
Okay, so Bichside might play Teague a little bit. How about you? You agree, Steve, that you might have some Teague?
Yeah, definitely. Because when you think about it, the Celtics, like Kemba's out and they lost Hayward, so it's like basically Tatum and Jaylen Brown running the show, and then they still need a third guy to carry the load, like scoring wise. Jeff Teague's, I mean, decent in that role. He's not great, but 4-2, it's a great price.
Yeah. What do you think? I think we did enough of the value. Does you guys got any more value? We touched on a good mid-range value. I think if I'm spending up, I'm paying for Luca.
Yeah, I'm not. Steph got priced up $1,000 on DraftKings, and I just don't think LeBron's like really there yet. I think it's going to take him like 15, 20 games maybe to get going. But who knows? It is Christmas, so he could get up for this game and then go back to kind of not caring after Christmas. So I don't know. What do you guys think about Braun like earlier in the year?
I just don't. Bronze, Bron's my favorite player. It doesn't mean I have to play him on DraftKings. He takes the regular season easy. Come playoff times, he'll probably be a lock in my lineups.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree. I don't know.
All
Yeah,
right,
if I'm paying up a point guard, I'm paying for Luca.
but I was just looking. We also talked that we liked Giannis as a spend up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could if you're playing Giannis, he's going up against Golden State. You're hoping that game stays close, and if that game stays close, Steph Curry 500 less than Luka Doncic. Play both, maybe Giannis and Steph Curry in a tournament.
Yeah, I like the Curry Giannis correlation.
Yeah, I like that too. I guess that's a good point. If you're gonna play, Giannis, you just have to hope that that game stays close, and if it does, that's gonna be a big part in it. So
Yeah, I think he would be. All right, let's go on to shooting guard. I think we touched on point guard enough, unless you got anything.
no, I'm good.
Good.
Anyone stick out at shooting guard, B?
I mean, I like Jaylen Brown in general. I just think he's really good.
Hmm.
He had a really good game last
Wow,
night.
yeah, he did.
Kemba, like Steve said. Again, like Steve said, it's gonna be the him and Tatum show. So 7K, I still probably think he's a little bit underpriced. He probably gets into that like high mid 7 range. I don't think he's in play a lot when he's in like the low 8K range, but I think at 7K against Brooklyn, I think he's definitely in play on the high end. Um, Paul George at the very high end, he's still projecting well, but he got a big price hike too. What was his price the other night? 70. Yeah, so he's up $1,000. So I like PG. I think PG's got something to prove this year.
He
A lot of
does,
people
and he's
got on him.
motivated. It seems.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people got on him for bubble P shit, but I like P. I think the Clippers are good. I think some people are kind of counting out the Clippers after they blew that 3-1 lead. I mean, they were the favorites going into the bubble playoffs last year. So I mean, up top, I think I like Jaylen Brown and PG the best.
Yes, sir. Okay, Steve, I think I noted earlier that I really do like using this spot. I mean, you guys mentioned Hero earlier, but Hero is the same price as Bledsoe, so maybe Hero's more of a pivot because I do like Bledsoe more than I like Hero. And I just want to mention again, he's my favorite play at shooting guard. I like that he has the eligibility. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spending up mid
Yeah, like
range, and anyone for you, Steve?
I also kind of like Josh Richardson on a
Yeah, new
new team
role.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
feel like he works
sometimes
better
early
pretty of a
seasons
fit
about
on the
finding these new
Sixers.
roles, right?
Yeah, yeah, and like I feel like he got a bad rap last year just for like he was in a pretty bad spot. I feel like on the Sixers.
How much is he?
He's 200 less than Bledsoe. I mean, I like Bledsoe more, but
Yeah. Okay, 5'4" against LA.
hmm
I'll know one thing. I don't know if people are gonna play Levert because he did good on opening night, but I mean
I think
his
he's
role
restricted, isn't he?
is he? Is he
I
restricted?
think he has a minutes restriction too, which I mean, I hope they hold him back because I don't think I want to play him if he's on a minutes restriction,
Yeah.
especially and that new role on that team. He
Yeah,
isn't the
yeah,
I'm
Karis
gonna say
LeVert of old.
I hope that casuals come in and look at Levert's box score and play him. I mean, I'm not playing any Levert at 7-2. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. He got there because of a blowout. I feel like. I mean, he's really good,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
um,
oh yeah,
but yeah,
On slates
I
where
feel like most of his stuff. Yeah,
On
yeah. Make
slates where
that point,
Kyrie's
B. I agree with it. I already know what you're gonna say.
on slates where Kyrie's out, then yeah, he's probably a smash. But on
hmm
slates where I mean the Nets are like as healthy as they'll probably be all year right now. Like I heard people saying that they're gonna go like 10, 11 deep. So I mean, Kyrie's just got hot the other night, and like Steve said, he's good. It's just I'm not looking to play him at that price. That's crazy.
And it was a blowout, so they were getting him some time at the end just to let him run. But
Yeah.
all right. So anyone cheap? I mean, Steve, you touched on earlier DiVincenzo. I don't know how
yeah.
deep I really want to go here.
Kind of like
My
Duncan Robinson a little bit.
Duncan. Oh, he can always get hot,
He's gonna
sure.
play like 30 minutes a game. Yeah,
Okay,
if he makes like 5 threes, I mean that
right.
right there's 15.
Thanks for
He
the
also
math,
played
buddy.
Plus
30
whatever,
minutes
two and a
last.
half.
He
Yeah,
played 30
yeah.
minutes last night. Yeah.
Plus the 3-point bonus. All right, I think we're ready to move on to small forwards. Shooting guard sucks.
Yeah, that's why Bledsoe's good. Like you can play point guard, shooting guard, basically.
Yeah, I'm playing him at shooting guard because I don't like point guard.
Yeah, I'm playing Bledsoe a lot there.
All right, small forward. Back to Steve to start us.
Small forward. I'll start with the cheap again. Kind of liking Dorian Finney-Smith a little bit. Because I think he starts at the 4. If I'm yeah, he started at the 4 the first game. I feel like um I'd rather him starting at the 4 because he's got more like rebound chances and
Yeah,
most of his shots are like wide open threes. I'd say.
yeah,
But he still shoots a lot. Like last game, he shot 1 of 6 from 3, and he played 35 minutes. I mean, he's just basically just a minute guy.
yeah. And he can produce while he's out there. I've seen it before. I mean, his name is DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith.
Exactly.
If you don't play him on Christmas, I don't know. Are there any Christmas names that we'll maybe find some throughout the show.
Uh,
All right, let me touch on someone real quick. I do love what's his name that you mentioned earlier. I forgot to say that he's also eligible here. Brown at
Jalen
small
Brown.
forward, yeah, but a little bit above him, Middleton. I mean, dude, he had a minute spike, and if Bud is willing to throw these guys out there for some minutes, these guys are producers. You know what I mean? Middleton and
Yeah.
Giannis. I think you can play both of them together and hope that game stays close. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I like Middleton too. I actually look at it now. I think I like Middleton more than Paul George. I mean, he's $1,300 cheaper. But
Mm,
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna, I would just say like what you said earlier. I mean, if you're gonna play Giannis and Middleton in the same lineup, you definitely would have to have Curry and maybe like another Warrior in that lineup. But yeah, I like Middleton a lot. Yeah.
How about you, Steve? You like Middleton at all?
Middleton's a guy I just like never like playing, but yeah, he
I
always he
know.
always produces. I feel like
Not
he just
last
always
Christmas.
had a
Not one of
weird.
the Christmases that I played him. I remember he ruined one of my Christmases.
Yeah, he's just always
I,
like a weird price.
Just kidding.
yeah,
Like
I don't play him a lot either. But as I'm looking now, I'm thinking that I might play him a little bit. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm definitely playing him like guys around his range. Wiggins is 6'8". He played horrible the other night.
right.
yeah,
So yeah, I like Middleton.
I think I might like Brown just a little more. Just he's cheaper and
Yeah, I think I
um
agree with that. Yeah,
yeah, he's just a little cheaper. And I mean, he shot 24 times last game.
it is
Yeah, that
interesting.
game's
Yeah. Go ahead, Bay.
that that game that game's definitely gonna stay closer to.
Yeah.
True. Good point. Anyone else we got to touch on at small forward? Do you like the DFS call? Um, we've mentioned a lot of these guys already. But
I'll
yeah, I
do
mean,
one.
what do you think about Middleton and Giannis? Like just the fact that they're both in play, both pretty hefty price tags. Maybe you pick one or the other, or do you think that do you hope it stays close and you play both of them? I don't know if you guys have a take on that situation in general. Like what you would rather do, play one or the other, play none or play both. I mean, I know it's tough now, but
You got a thought, Steve?
I think it's fine to play both on like a small slate, but if it was more than 5 games, I'd probably pick one or the other.
mhm.
But if you have both, I would definitely want Curry.
Yeah, I agree. If that game stays close, I think those three could go off, and you might want a piece of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just well, I mean, one note on that. Like, if you're gonna play Giannis, Curry, and Middleton in the same lineup, like I would guess that your remaining salary per player is pretty close to like 4K at that point. So you're gonna have to find guys cheap if you're gonna do
Oh, buddy, we're making a lineup later, so get ready, buddy.
that.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's go on to power forward. Enough of small forward. Get to the big boys. Giannis, top of the big boy list. We mentioned we like him. If I'm paying up, I'm paying for him or Luca. It looks like. Ant Davis, obviously, always there. KD. They said no minutes restriction. I don't know. I might believe him. I don't know. KD might be in tournaments along with AD. What do you guys think? I mean, talk to me. This position's stacked. Looking at it with
So
studs.
yeah, for studs, if we're gonna talk on the high end, yeah, I mean, I like Giannis. How many minutes did he play last night? I think I've seen people
High
project him
30s,
for
right?
30, yeah, 30, 36 and a half. So I mean, if one, I think this game's probably gonna. Actually, well, no, we just talked about it not stink. I'm thinking they're playing the. I saw Celtics. I was thinking that, but yeah, I mean, it's all about the minutes. Look, if Giannis is gonna play 36 minutes, then you obviously want him in that spot. But
You
if
might
this game
need him.
gets out
You
of
might
hand,
need him in that spot against Golden State.
yeah. But if this game gets out of hand and he plays like 27, he could still get there, like 30. But who knows? You know, you might not need him at that point. So I just think it all depends on if Golden State can keep it close or not. Other guys up top, yeah, I like you said, I like KD. I think that those Brooklyn guys got pretty unlucky with that blowout the other night. They looked really, really good in the first half. So I like KD if there's no minutes restriction.
Yeah, and I mean, trust on 2K in chat puts that he'd take KD over AD, and you're getting $1,000 difference too. I mean, that's a tough decision there, but decisions are to be had. What do you have, Steve?
Power forward, yeah. So yeah, I definitely like Giannis a lot. I mean, if he plays 36 minutes, that'd be crazy again. Because like last year, yeah, he was in the low 30s. I feel like a lot.
Oh yeah,
Um, and I guess Maxi Kleber I see is projecting well, but um, I was I would say I would only like him if he started, but he didn't start last game. I don't know. Would he start against the Lakers? I guess he actually might because they have what's his name, Davis and Gasol.
mm,
So I guess if he did start at the 4, I would kind of like him. But if he
nice.
didn't
You're getting
start,
into
I
the
don't think I'd
weeds. I
play him.
like it, man.
Yeah, like
I
whoever
like
starts
it.
at the 4, I like Kleber or Dorian Finney-Smith for the Mavs.
If we're talking, if we're gonna move on to value, I like Kleber as well, but I think Beach Knight actually wanted to say something on Kleber.
I mean, has anybody ever rostered Maxi Kleber, especially at high ownership, and been happy about it when the slate's over? I mean, I don't think I've gotten this guy right once. So I'm assuming, based on these value projections, he's gonna be like 60% owned, maybe. I don't know. I like what Steve said. Like, I mean, that's a definite pivot if Finney Smith started him, but I kind of agree. If I feel like Maxi would probably start against the Lakers, right?
I think he's projected to. Dude, he's three
Yeah, I
five.
guess that makes
That's the
sense.
thing too. He's getting us the studs.
Yeah, man. Just I don't know. I saw with Paschal the other night. I mean,
Mm,
he ruined a ton of my lineups. But no, I mean, Maxi's done it before. I'm he's not that bad, but it's just I just hate playing these like fringe value guys at such high ownership.
right.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something to get the studs. So we'll see if he makes our lineup or not. But what do you guys think about this guy, Paul Millsap? I was thinking about maybe him if you're going mid range. Seems to have games here and there.
He played 36 minutes yesterday. They went into OT. I guess he played 5 extra then.
Yep.
I honestly hate playing Millsap all the time. Hate playing
Same.
Millsap as well.
Yeah,
Same.
but like those last two plays, if everyone hates him, they might not get there as ownership as we're thinking.
I know, right? That's true.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I would definitely say Maxi's going to be way higher owned than Paul Millsap, but
Yeah,
I
oh yeah,
also
oh
hate
yeah.
playing. I hate playing Paul Millsap too. So.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you guys there. Any last words on small or a power forward?
Nah, I'll say how much Trez is 6K on this slate. He was 5'3", so he's got price like $700. I don't know. I just feel like Trez played he played pretty well. I think he's in a pretty good spot with the Lakers. I think him and Schroeder running that second unit is pretty good. So if he's gonna go like super overlooked, I like Montrez.
Okay, there you go. I like that. I was playing him a lot the other night. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to center. I'll start us off. Uh, Bam. What do you guys think about Bam? He's probably my one of my favorite plays if I'm spending at the center position.
Yeah,
Mm,
I like Bam a lot. I played him a little bit last night at super low ownership, and he did pretty good. And he's only 7'8". I think what was he last night? He was 7'3". So yeah, he went up $500. But yeah, I like Bam. I mean, some of these guys are expensive, man. Up top,
Yeah,
Jokic is 10-1, AD's 10-3. Like Bam only projects 6 points less than these guys, and like I don't think it would be that crazy if Bam outscored like Jokic or Anthony Davis. Like the percentages are probably against him, but I mean I wouldn't be that surprised if at the end of the night he had a better score than one of those guys.
yeah. I think that's why I like him probably for his upside. I mean, he's really the last one of that tier. Gets down to 7'8", and then Draymond out at 6'4", and you got to go all the way down to a guy like Jared Allen, who's probably mispriced at 6'4". It's just I don't know. If you get into this mid range, what do you guys think? I know Harold was mentioned. This really isn't the best slate for a value center, I don't think. Kleber's available at center as well. Who else at
Yeah, I
center?
mean I'm looking at mid range. I'm looking at Bobby Portis and Kelly Olynyk. I don't think I'm playing either of those guys.
yeah, I
Steve?
prefer not to. Yeah, I
Steve,
feel
talk to
like
me.
I'm gonna
Give
have
me
to
a player or
play.
two before we get into our lineup.
We mentioned Zion yet. I feel like he's a decent play at 8-1. I know he got in foul trouble yesterday,
Oh, did he?
and
That's good
he
then. That's
I
good to know.
think he had like 8 fantasy points at half, and then he ended with like 35. So I think he's got a
Wow.
pretty good upside. Upside.
Yeah, he's right there above Bam. All right. B, give me a player or two before we get into the lineup.
Um, if Jokic is gonna go under owned again, I like him. He was 1% on last night's slate, and I mean I know he's expensive, but I just think, I mean you saw his upside last night. He can get like a crazy triple double any night. So, and it's kind of like a that Clippers Nuggets. I could see that turning into like a little bit of a rivalry. So, and I don't think anybody on the Clippers can guard him. So, I like Jokic.
Did you see what Jokic did last night?
Yeah.
Like his stats, or
Yeah,
did
he
he
got
do
like
something
70
else?
something, dude.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he got like 71.
he was the high scorer on the slate. I think.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm gonna start off the lineup. Someone we started the show with, Eric Bledsoe, shooting guard, and I'm gonna pass it to B. Give me a position, any play, any position.
All right. So you went kind of value. I'll go a little off the board. I'll say let's take Jalen Brown. I'll take Jalen Brown at small forward.
Nice pick. Go ahead, Steve. Give me a pick.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give a stud and go with Giannis at power forward.
All right, I'm gonna eat the chalk and go Maxi Kleber for the boys at home.
Steve, who'd you pick?
Giannis.
He picked Giannis.
What's our average remaining salary?
5'7". We're not gonna fill out every spot. How about you two? Give me two more guys. One guy apiece.
Go ahead, Steven, then I'll give one more.
Could be a guard,
All
forward,
right, I'm gonna
utility. Doesn't
go-
matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a cheap guy. Thinking about either Jeff Teague or Duncan Robinson. Which one do you guys prefer?
Teague.
Teague.
Teague. All right, go Teague. Point guard then.
All right. B. Schneid, finish us off for this lineup.
Do we have a guard spot available?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take Hero.
Hero. Okay. All right. Let's see what that would leave us with for the Crews at home. 6'6". We gave them plenty of money to use, man.
Ah, yeah.
Merry Christmas if you're at home, right? They can have whatever they want.
Stud in there.
Can they? I mean, let's see if I clicked
Nah,
Luca.
not Curry.
Nah, they can't
Curry
get
doesn't work.
or Curry. All right, you can't go that high, but you could get You could get another stud in there if you really wanted to squeeze.
We had Giannis in that lineup, didn't we?
Yeah, we went big boy Giannis. Yup.
Yeah, all right, it's big BBO in there. All right.
All right, boys. You guys mind touching on this showdown NFL slate for some people that want to dabble in that?
Yeah.
B, you got
Let's do it.
time?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
I got time.
I got
Let's
time.
talk a little bit of showdown. I mean, I know you guys are the showdown gurus. I'm more excited about this Saturday slate and obviously
Yeah.
Sunday. But
Oh, we can talk. We can talk
I'll
Saturday.
let you guys start off the showdown talks.
Cool. All right, Steve. What do you want? What do you want to talk? You want to talk about the slate as a whole, the game? Give me something.
So I'll just say what I usually do for showdown. Like, for NFL at least, I started doing it more recently, honestly. But I usually just pick like four captains, that I want to go in on, and depending on the game, I'll go like 2-2 from each team, or like if I think it's a blowout, like 3-1. Like this game, I definitely want Jefferson as one of my captains, just because I think he's the best receiver on Minnesota, and Thielen's gotten like a lot of touchdowns this year, so I think his stats are like tad inflated. His fantasy stats, at least. So I definitely want to go Jefferson as one of my captains, and then on the Saints, Saints are kind of tough. I mean, Michael Thomas is out, so it should mean Kamara. I feel like he hasn't done as well as we like would have expected him to every time Thomas has been out. But I would say like Kamara and Jefferson will definitely be my two like chalky captains, and then like the other two I'll try to pick like lower owned guys.
I actually heard that I mean, you guys obviously know Kamara's role expands with Thomas being out, but last week, who'd they play last week? The Saints?
Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah. The Chiefs kind of might have set the tape. They had a D lineman go and hit Kamara every time he ran a route, and then someone would pick him up. You know what I mean? So Breeze can't throw that right away. It's just something to look at. I mean, you're good. I think the slate's going to be figured out by who Breeze is going to be throwing to. If you can figure out who Breeze is going to be throwing to, I mean, we don't know. There's a lot of these receivers. If we get down to the bottom, they're going to be playing snaps, and not accustomed to playing all these guys all the time. You know.
Oh, I mean, hey, look, if you know who's going to score the touchdowns for the Saints, you should be max entering the Millie, because it's a hard thing to figure out.
Right. I mean, oh my goodness, the Saints last week in cash. You wanted
So-
3. You could have had 4, honestly, but 3 was the number. And I mean, Kamara scored, but Traquan got hurt. Sanders kind of came through. I guess I'm over exaggerating, but Cook didn't get there. I know that. I didn't have him, but
No.
we all got there
It's
last
just,
week
I mean,
in cash. That was good.
Yeah, I just tilt my face off when I've got. I mean, yeah, I never would I usually play three Saints in cash, but last week it just kind of ended up that way. And when Latavius Murray and Taysom Hill are scoring goal line touchdowns, I'm just sitting there tilting my face off.
That sounds like Sunday.
Yeah, Taysom is the worst.
Taysom's on this slate.
I know.
He's my least favorite player in the NFL.
That's great. That's great. He is. He likes to steal the touchdowns, man, from our players. All right, let's see.
Should we go over
I guess
injury news for the game?
yeah, the injury news would basically be
I
Michael
see
Thomas being
Rudolph's
out. Traquan's most likely going to be
Yeah,
out, right? Or we don't know that yet.
it seems like it. I mean, he missed
Trending
practice
towards out. I
yesterday.
mean, that's the big injury. It's not even Thomas. It's the fact that they don't have Traquan then, so it's leaving Sanders as a receiver. Jared Cook is the
Cook,
end. I mean, there's still guys that got to fill positions though. They got to put guys out there like Lil Humphrey, Lil Jordan's in play. Jay Johnson, Juwan Johnson, Tommy Lee Lewis. But you know
yeah.
who my favorite of the
Just
bunch
Humphrey.
is? Dude, my favorite of the bunch is Marquez. If he gets, is he activated off
Oh,
IR
Callaway.
to return from injured reserve? Yeah, bro. He's my favorite. I think he had 10 targets in a game earlier this year. Yeah. Not, was it? Yeah. 10 targets in a
Yeah,
game.
Carolina.
Does anyone have that type of upside of these guys?
I
Tommy
would
Lee
say
Lewis, Juwan Johnson. I think
Who's
Brees trusts Callaway.
who's the
yeah.
Saints kick returner? What's that guy's last name?
Tommy Lee Lewis, I think, right?
Yeah, I like him a little bit. I just feel like every time I'm watching the Saints, I just feel like they try to get in the ball sometimes.
You pairing him with Breeze or you pairing him with the defense, Bucko?
I'm always into go defense kick returner correlation.
Oh yeah, I don't have to talk you into that. All right, Steve, you have a pick between these guys down here? The receivers. I'm talking
Probably.
for the Saints. I'm sorry, value receivers for Saints because that's where I think the slate's won. That's me personally.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely like the Callaway call, just because you've seen it. You've seen it in
And he's
previous
the
games. Yeah,
cheapest,
10 targets. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he is coming off
And
IR.
second,
I mean, we got to take the good with the bad. We'll see closer to game. I mean, this is what how many we're still a day out, so we'll know more tomorrow. I'm sure he might not even be active.
right. Um, so and then I also kind of like this little Jordan Humphrey guy because I just remember him from college. Like he's a rookie from Texas.
And
So I
he's kind
think
of a
he's
possession guy in a little bit, isn't he?
yeah, like he's a decent prospect, at least. I
Mm-hmm.
think like the Jay Johnson guy has been in the league for a little bit
Mm.
and
Yeah.
seems like
Okay.
he sucks. So I don't really want
And
to
then of
play him.
course there is Sanders, the old faithful Sanders and the old faithful Jared Cook, but we'll see if we want to go that route. You got to spend a little bit more. Those are the receivers for the Saints. If you're gonna, Steve, you said you'll take Jefferson over Thielen. Beachside,
Yeah.
do you have a side there, or do you have another pass catcher from Minnesota you might like?
Yeah, so I got two things in this range on the wide receivers. One, I mean, I agree with Steve. I like Jefferson over Thielen just with his upside. Thielen catches too many touchdowns, like Steve was saying. So I mean, I just think Justin Jefferson on any given week can go for 150 and one or 150 and two. So, but looking, I mean, J Jeff's 9.2, Thielen's 8.6, and Sanders is 8.8. I mean, I'm probably playing the Vikings guys over Sanders in like spots that I have that money left, right? Like, I don't know what you guys think about that.
Yeah, I think personally I probably would. Yeah.
Yeah, unless like if I have, and I don't love doing this, but if I had a Breeze captain lineup, then obviously I'm playing Sanders. But
Mm.
yeah, I mean I just like Thielen and Jefferson a lot more than Sanders. I think.
Yeah. Agreed.
I
Kind of
guess
like Irv Smith at 5
that is a
too.
big topic. We will hit on captain selection, but before we get off receivers, anyone else for you guys, Vikings wise,
Yeah, I
receivers?
was gonna say Irv Smith. He's a tight end, but
Yeah.
let's
Is
see. Rudolph's out.
Rudolph's out? Yeah.
Yeah, and
What about
Waller.
Conklin season? No.
yeah, 3K, not bad. He got 4 targets last week.
You
Yeah,
won't see Tyler Conklin in my lineups.
yeah. I don't know if you'll see him in mine, to be honest, either. All right, so we got into the weeds there a little bit. Both the running backs. So, I mean, I'm not playing. I'm playing Dalvin Cook. I'm probably not playing his backup, but Lat Murray might be in play.
Yeah.
I mean, don't have to touch on Kamara, obviously in play. Obviously, Cook in play. Two of the best running backs in the league. But can you go either of their backups? I guess is the question.
Steve, you got a thought there?
I think you can go Latavius because I feel like what's his name? Kamara's gonna be the highest owned on the slate easily,
Yeah, and
and
the Saints have been. They're looking towards the playoffs. They're trying to keep their guys healthy. They're not trying to kill Kamara right now. Thomas said he could play if he tomorrow if he wanted to.
right.
They're more concerned about the playoffs. They know they're not getting the first seed. Go ahead, B. Schneid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing the Vikings backup, but if you want to play Murray, I just wouldn't play him if I have Alvin a captain. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but just on like a macro level on this showdown slate, I hate the showdown slates where it's two teams that have like two or even like three running backs in play. Like at least with these two teams, it's really Alvin and Cook, and then like
Sure.
like Murray as like an absolute secondary guy. But I just hate like when I've got to pick out a 5 or 6 running backs to see who's
Yeah,
going to score a touchdown. It just sucks.
yeah, I hate those situations.
So
Yeah, those
All
are
right,
tough.
let's talk a little captain selection. I know one thing that I like to do. I just want to touch on this is especially on a slate like this, I think you can avoid not a you don't have to avoid, but I would lower my exposure to a guy like Breeze or Cousins. They're just not getting it done on the ground at all. Everything's through the air, and it's more likely on DraftKings where you get a point per reception that I think someone a position player is getting there more often than a quarterback. And if you run an optimizer, a quarterback showing up in the optimizer a very high percentage of the time, but they're not showing up in the winning lineups as high as a percentage. So I like to lean towards a skill player, pair the quarterback with them, one quarterback or two quarterbacks. I don't know what you guys think there, but I would shy away from Cousins and Breeze. Keep them in the lineups, but keep them out of my captain spot personally. Go ahead, Steve. You have a favorite captain, or you want to touch on what you do with captain? You already said you play 4 guys, but maybe some favorite captains for this slate.
Yeah, I agree with what you said with the Cousins and Breeze take. Like, I feel like majority of the time, if they have good games, like one of the receivers is also gonna have a good game, and usually they'll be outscoring the QB, just like what you said, based off getting receptions and whatnot. Um, but yeah, for captains, like I guess it depends on how many lineups you play. Like usually I'm playing like 20 and just like putting in
Mm.
the 20 max thing. Um, so for this slate, I'm gonna go Jefferson,
Oh, you're giving us
Jefferson,
all the
and
goods. He's giving us all the goods.
yeah,
Jefferson, go ahead,
for
bud.
this Jefferson, Kamara for sure, and then I think I kind of like the Latavius captain call because I could see the Saints just like if they get up early, like if they get up 14-0 or something, they're just gonna pound the ball to Latavius,
Okay.
and like he's cheap
Yeah.
and you can fit in studs. Like if you go
Yeah.
Latavius captain, you can fit in, and like I would still have Kamara in even with Latavius as captain. I probably would only want one of Breeze or Kamara though if I have Latavius captain.
Yeah.
Just because like the only way he's getting there is if he gets like 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. Ideally I would like to not have Breeze in that lineup. That would be nice, but I don't know. You still can have
Right.
him.
Yeah.
He threw one to him
Yeah.
last week. Shit happens.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Bishnaid, favorite captains, and start us off with either a flex player or a captain, whatever you want.
um, so yeah, I mean, I agree with Steve. I think playing the wide receivers, a captain, like just generally is better than playing the quarterbacks, especially when it's two guys that can't get it done with their legs. I'll say up top, if Kamara is going to be and I don't think it's going to be like way higher owned, but like let's say Kamara's 20% captain and Cook's like 10 to 15 captain, I'd much rather play Cook at that ownership. I understand that Kamara is always in a good spot, but the Vikings love giving the ball to Dalvin Cook. So, I mean, I just think that if everyone's going to be saying, "Jam Kamara at captain," then I'll play a little bit more of Cook. But yeah, just like looking low, like secondary pass catcher wise, a captain. I think you could take a shot, like Steve said, you're playing 20 lineups. I think you could probably take a shot at like Irv or maybe Jared Cook at captain and just hope they catch like 2 touchdowns or something and get there. But yeah, that's about it for me. I think you guys hit on a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and going off that would be the other thing I would say to do is just differentiate a captain. It gives yourself more chances, and weird shit happens throughout the game. You want to just be live with one or two lineups in the fourth. So
Yeah.
it's really all you can do. Let's do a lineup though. B, you start us off with a player. Flex, go
All right.
flex. Steve sounds like he's got the captain narrowed down.
All right. Flex. I think you talked me. I'll go flex. I'll go cheap. I think you talked me into this Callaway guy.
Nice start, Bucko. All right, Steve, let's go, buddy. I need a pick from you.
All
Captain.
right. We put Callaway in the flex
Yeah, we
at
did.
$200.
Yep.
$200. Holy shit. All right. I'm trying to decide. So let me try to think. I'll go Dalvin and a captain.
Dalvin. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, captain. Yeah. I'm gonna pair Breeze with Callaway. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. B and Steve, give me two more picks. We'll leave the last spot.
All
I need
right.
two flexes.
Sorry. So I'll kick it off with a question, and then Steve can kind of answer it. So you've got Dalvin a captain, and then Breeze and a pass catcher. So obviously it's okay to go Jefferson or Thielen with Cook captain, right? Like you're okay
Mhm.
with that, or would you rather go Sanders because you have Breeze at flex and there's correlation there, or do you not think it matters? Like you can answer it. You can pick whoever you want by answering that.
Yeah. So wait, you want me to pick one of those guys, or just answer?
Yeah, I mean,
Both.
if it were me, I'd be trying to get one of these big time pass catchers in there. I just don't know what you would rather prefer with Cook a captain. Like, if you play Cook a captain, did you maybe want to shy away from Jefferson or Thielen? Because if Cook's really going to get there, he might score 2 touchdowns and control the game, or you think it's still fine having Jefferson or Thielen?
Yeah, like I think it's fine having one or the other. I probably wouldn't do both just because they're both so expensive. But yeah, for like this lineup, I would say Jefferson Sanders would be the next two picks. Like make it a pretty good lineup. Like Breeze has his two top pass catchers, Dalvin in there at captain, and then Jefferson, the highest scoring Minnesota receiver in theory.
Yeah, man, you do that. If you pick between those stud receivers there, Jefferson, Sanders, Thielen, it gets you a kicker. I mean, that's not a bad way to end a lineup. Or Conklin for Bischneid.
Right.
I'm going leftover Conklin.
There you go, buddy. All right, we're done giving out the nuts. B, you good to talk about one more slate? We're running a little late here.
I got time.
We're running a little late on time, but
Yeah, let's talk about the street gamer.
all right, let me get into it. Let's see. Saturday 3-gamer. Can't wait. All right, we're in. Let's see. Let's build a lineup right off the bat. Favorite quarterback? Who you thinking, Steve? We'll talk through the quarterbacks and wind up picking one.
All right.
Talk to me first.
So wait,
we'll go position by position and build our lineup as we go.
Let me just bring it up real quick. So wait, the games are Tampa Bay versus Detroit. It's the early game, and then Arizona versus San Fran. Right? Who's starting for San Fran? Is it Beathard?
Beathard. Yeah, whatever his name is.
Okay, and then
or they signed Josh Rosen in a revenge game against Arizona. They might throw him out there.
Whoa, he ain't starting.
Wow.
I'm kidding. Go ahead, Steve. Talk to quarterbacks.
And Derek Carr, he practiced Thursday, so or wait.
I think he'll be out there.
I think he's expected in.
Okay, then yeah. I feel like my favorite would be Kyler or Brady. I mean, they're obviously the
Hmm.
two most expensive, but I also like Tua for cheap.
Really?
Um,
What about
yeah.
Stafford? You skipped over him. I kind of liked him. I mean, I know we can't play everyone, but
Oh, true. He's 5'6". I thought he was 6'6", but 5'6" is actually pretty good.
and you know he's
Um,
battling it out, man. Tampa
yeah.
Bay is just
Nah, I
it
just
just seems like a good matchup for these quarterbacks, and I think he has. I mean, I don't want to go too far into it, but I do think Marvin Jones is underpriced, and T.J. Hawkinson might be a good price too. And we'll do anything to just throw a tight end in there, right?
right. Yeah, like I feel like I like all the QBs. Honestly, it's cop out, but except I would say except Derek Carr. I don't like Derek Carr. Um,
Yeah, I don't love the cheap
and
ones really. None of them are really sticking out to me.
I just like Tua because the Vegas D is just so bad. I
Hmm.
like Brady because the Detroit D is just so bad. Like
Oh, I definitely like Brady
both
too.
so
Yeah.
bad.
I'll
How about
say
you,
one
B?
thing about the I'll say one thing about the quarterbacks. It looks like almost everyone besides Beathard or Beathard or whatever the fuck his name is. It looks like they all have two guys that are decent to good values that you compare him with. So anytime a quarterback's got two good value pass catchers that you compare him with, I like taking a shot on the quarterback. So I
Hmm.
think my approach is probably going to be to spread it out. Like I don't
Hmm.
love any one of these guys. I guess I would lean Kyler. But yeah, I mean if I'm building 20 lineups, I would say that I would be pretty spread out.
All right, cool. Maybe we'll come back to quarterback then, and we'll see where we line. Maybe some correlation will end up. We can just put someone in there. It's good to talk about it though. But you guys cool with coming back to it? Lineup
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
All right. I'll start off running back with little last week's talk. Lenny Fournette. Thank God we were able to get
Oh
off him
my
at
god.
we were able to get off him because of the Pollard news, but he still snuck in 2 touchdowns, and he's still going to be the running back this week. What are you guys gonna do with that?
No, man. I mean, Detroit's such a good matchup for running.
You there, Steve? You there?
Yeah.
He's
Sorry,
con-
my thing went out for a sec. But
you're
does
good.
anybody know how many carries Lenny got last week?
I can probably pull it up right on screen here.
14
Ah, that's
with
not
5
bad.
targets.
All right. I mean, that's decent. I mean, that's pretty good usage again. I mean, Detroit is such a good matchup for a running back, and
Yeah,
you would hope. I mean, I'm not sure what the spread is either, but I mean, you would think that Tampa Bay controls the game a little bit. So I guess I like Lenny, man, on a 3-game slate. He's 5,500. I don't know.
yeah,
He's probably going to be pretty high owned. I'm probably going to end up playing him.
and it's what and Brady's willing to throw to him.
Yeah, and I mean, just like I'm looking at the guys around him,
Hmm.
Kenyon Drake. I mean, I don't know what his usage was last week. I know that he was kind of getting talked up, but Chase Edmonds did play, so and Jeff Wilson Jr. I think Mostert's out again, so you could look at him. But yeah, you're probably playing Lenny a lot.
Yeah, might be. I filled him in, but either of you guys want to have a take on like another running back or a few other running backs that you're going to be sprinkling in, playing in your lineups? Start with Steve. Go
Um.
ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
Okay. So let me see. Edmonds is questionable. I'd say if he was out, I would like Drake a lot, but
What about
if that's not the
the San
case,
Francisco situation with Mostert getting put on IR? You think you could do Jeff
yeah,
Wilson?
yeah, I like Jeff Wilson a lot. Just, I mean, he's not going to get all the carries or all the targets or anything, but I think he'll get the like inside the 5, like inside the 10 work. So I think he's got the best chance at touchdowns for San Fran.
Hmm.
Um, so I like him for cheap also,
Yeah, that's where I
and
was leaning.
I like DeAndre Swift too because I feel like, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
if lines are down, like he should rack up a good amount of catches.
Hmm. You want to make this a 3 running back lineup right off the bat and put Swift in, or
You put Wilson Fournette in.
yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Beach Knight, talk to me about running backs. Talk to me if you'd rather someone over Wilson or Swift. We can do it.
What do you guys think about Josh Jacobs?
Hmm. I think
He's
I
got
think he's got to be a good play. Probably not the
he
best
got
play though.
he got 26 carries last week.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
Yeah,
26
they'll stick
carries.
it in his stomach.
Yeah, I mean, he never gets that many targets, but last 3 games, 3, 5, and 3. I mean, he caught all of his targets last week for 40 yards. I like Jacobs a little bit if you can get up to him.
Hmm.
I think that would be a tough call, him or Swift. I probably prefer Swift on like just a general level. He got 5 targets last week, 15 carries. He got in the box twice. So I'm not sure what the. I mean, Tampa Bay is a pretty tough matchup for Swift,
Swift, yeah, that's a
and
good
I don't
point.
think
Let's
Miami's.
let's go let's go little GPP here and go Jacobs over Swift. I like it.
All right.
And let's go to wide receiver where we're gonna go back to B and he's gonna start us off with a pick and a reason why.
All right. I think I'll start us off with. I'm not sure if we're gonna pair this guy with his quarterback, but I like Ayuk.
Oh yeah, so do I. He's been
I mean,
great.
this guy's just been an absolute beast. I love after the catch guys. He's a rookie. He's
Yeah,
fast as
look at this
shit. He got
game log. Yeah, he's great.
last 4 games he's played in 14 targets, 9 targets, 16 targets, 13 targets, and he's gotten in the box 3 times. If you've seen how he scored, they give him the ball on those end arounds on the 5 yard line all the time. So I don't know what Debu's status is, but I mean, if definitely, I think he's in play if he's in. Definitely if he's out. I love Ike.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna make a pick if you guys don't mind. I'm gonna slot in Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
Steve,
MJ.
what do you think about Marvin Jones?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand the pricing for him, because last week he was like 5 something, like high fives, I think, and then he had a good game, and then he just went down by like
Yeah, he got 30 points
whatever.
and went down in price against in
Yeah,
maybe one of the league's best matchups, right?
yeah. So I think he's gonna be the mega chalk. Like he's
Might be
got to be
something
at
I'm
four
willing to
nine.
eat.
Yeah,
Steve, go
exactly.
ahead. Can you give me a wide receiver play?
Wide receiver play. Okay. Let me see. So who do you think we're gonna play? QB Stafford or
Um,
Etard?
I would probably lean Stafford.
Okay. In that case, I'd probably go Hawkinson at tight end.
Okay,
Did I
that's a
pick
good
tight
pick.
end?
You did pick tight end. Let's see how much that leaves us. So this is perfect. It gives us so you can. I mean, we're not going to fill it out for you, but let's say you went with defense. Could we go with the Raiders defense with a little? We don't have any Miami and a little correlation with Jacobs.
Yeah.
Get you DeAndre.
Yeah. I mean, I would.
Could
If you
even
can
go
get
up at
Hopkins in
defense
that
a little
lineup.
bit. Not supposed to be building lineups on here, but yeah, you can get you what you want.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get Hopkins in that, I mean, I love
I
Hopkins.
should probably get this out of here
Raiders.
before the nuts. Okay,
Raiders D's 2-3. Wow.
nuts is on the screen. All right. Just to close this up, I'm gonna open up a 20-man tourney for anyone who made it this far. We're almost an hour in. 20-man DraftKings tournament for free. Winner will get. We'll start this one off with just the winner will get $20. Make my Christmas. Let's fill this contest. Will you two boys be in it?
Yeah, I'm in it,
Yes.
and I'll see somebody at the top of the leaderboard.
Do you guys winning that $20 on Christmas? Or no, this is the next day. We'll do it for this slate, all right? You guys,
Three
Yeah,
this
game.
sounds good.
yeah, we'll do it for this 3-game NFL slate.
All right.
All right, thank you guys for
Are you
all
shoving
sticking with
anybody in a
us.
locker?
What's that? You're gonna shove someone in a locker? All right, my guy. So yeah, make a DraftKings account. Get in this tournament. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please turn on notifications, hit that subscribe, like the video. That's how everything's done on here. I don't have to remind you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you too for coming on. Thank you, B. Thank you, Steve.
No problem, man. Hope to do it. Hope to do more of these in the future.
If we get 100
Yeah,
subs,
same here.
we'll do a Sunday pod. How's that sound to you guys?
Sounds good.
I'll join.
If these two can get me to 100 subs, we'll have a Sunday pod, either with the same crew or we'll bring in another clown.
Steve
We
told me
also
about
need a
jumping
name. We
in.
need a name for the pod. So leave the best name for this channel, I guess, or this show in the comments. A
I'll
little
say one
something if
thing
you
if
give me the
people.
best name. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you guys for being with
Alright.
us.
See ya.
All right, see you.
Peace.